guest reveal for you tonight.
Yeah.
So, who is it? Let's introduce her.
I know. She's ready. You want to come out? Step up.
This might take a second here.
Oh, I know it's so heavy. I know. You can
She's
do it.
very talkative.
She is.
And this is Cassie,
This
right?
is Cassie. She is an American kestrel, and she is one of our new animals with us at Zoo New York.
So what can you tell me about American kestrels? Are they native to the area?
They are native to the area. I know. We'll pull you a little from the mic so you aren't screaming at everyone. So generally you'll find them in most of New York State. Now, unfortunately, you won't find them much around like the Adirondacks, Tug Hill, kind of where we're located. And this time of year, they are generally going south. It is a little chilly for American kestrels.
So she's small and she's cute, but she's also a bird of prey.
Yes, she's a fearsome predator. Now, granted, her size means that she is limited on what she can eat. I know, how dare I tell them. They're actually a bird of prey that eats quite a lot of insects, small mammals, so mice and things like that. And at the zoo, she's mainly eating small mice.
So Tiff, how did Cassie find her way to Zoo New York? What's her backstory?
So Cassie actually used to be, actually used to be a wild kestrel. Unfortunately, she had a run-in with a car and broke her wing. So she was taken into a rehabilitation center, and it was actually deemed necessary to amputate part of her wing. So she has a partial amputation, which means that she cannot really fly at all. So because of that, she was deemed non-releasable, and she has been in professional care since. So she has actually been with a rehabilitator for about 12 years, and then she has retired, and so now she's come with us. And Cassie will actually be working with us for the foreseeable future. Oh, I know, that's so heavy. Let's fix that. There we
So
go.
this is her first time at a zoo.
As far as I know, yes. So she's mainly been a rehabilitation bird, but she's very used to doing things like this because she was doing education as well while she was staying with the rehabilitator.
And that's what her job's going to be at Zoo New York, right?
Yes, to educate people and to show up and show them what our birds of prey are like in New York State, but also just to get all the attention. I know, she is a princess. She loves getting attention, so she'll actually love meeting new people as we go about our job at Zoo New York.
So where will people be able to see her? Will you guys be going around to different places with her? Will she
Yes.
have a permanent space where people will be able to go visit her when she's off duty at the zoo?
So she will not be an exhibit animal at the zoo. She will be something that will be kept behind the scenes, primarily because her main role will be education. And in that instance, having them constantly seen by people kind of stresses them out after a while. So to give her a break, she will be held behind the scenes, but she will be available for events, birthday parties, if you'd like to celebrate your birthday with Cassie, and outreach programs as well.
So in terms of this job as an education animal, what do you hope people get out of their experiences with birds like Cassie?
Well, I know, Cassie isn't something you would see most of the time, just in your general life here in New York State. So it's always nice to have an animal that we do have in our backyards, but you might not necessarily see. But also, she is an animal that was unfortunately injured by a human. Whether accidental, something like cars, can be very troubling for them. So it's a way to also remind people to be wary when they're just going about their day. And then she's also just very fascinating. We love to talk about our birds of prey here in New York State, so she'll be a very good addition for that.
No, she's really cool. I used to be a big bird of prey guy. Kestrel's kind of like a small falcon, right?
Yes, so she has a lot of the same structure. She is smaller than a peregrine falcon, but kestrels generally are in the same family as falcons.
That's really cool. Now, she's not the only new animal at the zoo. I don't know if you guys are willing to reveal anything yet. This is a big reveal, and I'm very happy you've given me this reveal. But is there any hints, or maybe even a reveal you can give me about the second?
We do have a second, and loosely related. Not a falcon, but close. We'll say that much.
Red-tailed hawk?
Well, I can't divulge that. This is hard-hitting news. I don't want to crack.
Well, any other interesting facts to share about Cassie?
think Cassie just really loves hanging out with people. She is very talkative. Funnily enough, she right now will not move under her heat lamp. Again, they're not really supposed to be here right now. It's a bit chilly. To the point that if she doesn't finish her food, she'll just drop it. And then anytime I come in, she yells at me to pick it back up for her. She will not go down to get it herself. Like I said, she is a princess. So she demands everything to be done perfectly. And then she's still very patient, though. As I was saying earlier before we started, my hands were cold, so I had to put her jesses in her anklets, and she was thankfully very patient with me. But she definitely told me that she was annoyed, and I should have worked faster, which I apologized for.
So now that the cat's out of the bag, or the bird's out of the box, will people be seeing Cassie at some of the new events that are going to be happening here, like Winter Wonderlights? I know that's coming up. Is she going to be making an appearance there?
Well, we do have a Winter Wonderlights coming up, and we also have daytime events too. So we have an event coming up on the weekend. So she'll occasionally come out, but we also have kind of a rotation for when animals will be coming out there.
Mm-hmm. So is she now, if people want to meet Cassie, can they reach out to you guys and sort of book things? You said that she's available for birthday parties and stuff?
Yes, she is available. We haven't quite updated our list yet saying that she is available, but hopefully people will see this or they could reach out to us and book her with an outreach program and for a birthday party if you really wanted to. Right now, this time of year, we won't have her out too often because it is very easy for her to get a little too cold. She's a very small animal, but for indoor events, absolutely.
Let me ask, where did she come from? Where did she travel from? Where she was at that rehabilitation center?
Just outside the Adirondacks. So a couple hours. I think you had, a 3-hour drive to us? Her rehabilitator had actually reached out to several facilities saying that she was retiring. So she was going to rehome some of her education birds. And then she was nice enough to drive her all the way to us, too.
And how old is Cassie?
Cassie, we know she's been in professional care for 12 years. She just sneezed right in my face. But it's kind of hard to age, especially birds of prey. So she was an adult when she was injured, so our best guess is over 12 years old.
Wow, she looks really good for her age.
She does. She looks fantastic, and she is doing pretty well for her age as well. She's not showing any signs of old age issues, slowing down. Other than her wing injury, she's in perfect health.
So speaking of age, the zoo's celebrating a birthday, isn't it?
Well, yeah, we have 2 birthdays coming up on the weekend.
Tell me about those.
So we have 2 goats, Chestnut and Sycamore, who were new additions to our group last year. And so we were kind of surprised, too, last year. So it's 1-year anniversary, and we're just going to have a little celebration at the zoo on this weekend.
What do those festivities include? And is the public invited?
The public is very much welcome, yes. We'd love to see people come out. 11 o'clock till 3 o'clock will be open during the day, and people can come out, see the goats, and we'll have a few activities related to that.
That's really cool. What other stuff's going on at the zoo? I know tell me a bit about, Winter Wonderlights, that's coming up. And...
So Winter Wonderlights is our annual holiday light display. If you'd like to come up to visit in the evening, 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock, every Friday night and Saturday, we open up the zoo, grab a hot cocoa, walk around, bring your family, make it a date night, just come and see the zoo in a totally different way. It's beautiful. A little bit of snow actually helps, so we're glad that we've got some snow for this. It's just a totally different experience, a different way to see the zoo.
And the weather certainly seems like it's cooperating. She wants to share more,
She has
clearly.
something to say.
A bit of a language barrier, unfortunately. So how are the vibes at the zoo, for lack of a better word? I know that you guys are still riding that high from the New York Times article and all those donations that went in. Last time I spoke with you guys, you were sending out thank you letters. How much have you tallied in terms of those donations?
So we're probably around $260,000. That's just incredible, and that came from almost 2,000 individual small donations. So it's been quite a wild ride. We've been very busy trying to track it, bring it in, and then send out these thank you letters. And so we've got most of them out now. It's a lot of work to get those packaged, as you saw. We've got a team, our board of directors and volunteers helped to get them all set up and go out. So they finished going out this week. We still have the international ones to prepare yet. So we had some from Australia and Hong Kong and other places in Europe. So it's been a very exciting fall, and we're very happy about where things have gone. Usually we come into the winter season, and that's our tough time financially, but we're actually quite doing well this time. It's a wonderful feeling. We have a lot of appreciation for everyone that made that so. The New York Times article still continues to get some attention, so we still have a little bit of a trickle of donations coming in too.
What was that whole process like? Not to turn the clock back too far, but the New York Times, did a reporter just come up and reach out to you, or?
Yeah, so they monitor other papers. They had followed our exploits as we were approaching city and county and trying to reopen the zoo, so they were following along with that. And they thought it would be a really good human interest story. They reached out, and yeah, they actually had a reporter and a photographer come up for a day and a half. They stayed overnight. They came to a city council meeting. They really dove deep into it. I was amazed at the level of understanding that they sought out to make that article.
Mm-hmm. They stayed not at the zoo, they stayed in the area.
Yeah, they got a hotel locally, and they came out, and they spent a lot of time interviewing our guests, so you saw that in the story a little bit, but they met with our staff and our volunteers. So yeah, it was a wonderful, pleasant surprise that we didn't see coming.
So this time of year, when people visit the zoo, I'm curious, what animals would you say at the zoo thrive the most in these conditions? Obviously, Cassie is not built for the cold, but you do have other animals that probably really appreciate this weather, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you won't see the bears. They go into their torpor phase where they're sleeping most of the winter. But it's the perfect time of year for Abisko, our Wolverine. He just loves the snow. So you'll see him running around, jumping into the juniper bushes and playing in the snow. Our wolves do really well also. If you come to Winter Wonderlights, there's a good chance you're going to see them up close. And they were actually howling the last couple of weekends. So when you're walking around having a hot chocolate, looking at lights, you look over your shoulder and there's a wolf and it howls. You kind of feel it in your body. You're like, it takes you back to when we probably were living in houses and driving cars.
Especially because their habitat's sort of centrally located. So you're able to walk around it, and the wolves can follow you around sort of the whole perimeter there.
They do, and they're watching you, even if you don't see them, which is, it's pretty cool to see that and just to have that experience.
You also have elk at the zoo, right?
We do. Yeah.
Did they like it?
They're not out as much. I've seen them come out a little bit, but they're a lot more diurnal. They're very active in the daytime, mostly. Mm-hmm. So our snowy owl has been quite engaging to people. If people walk up, she'll stay with them, and she sees you come in, she'll start calling to you as well.
All right. So aside from Winter Wonderlights, is there anything you guys have planned in the immediate future that you haven't talked to us about yet?
We have a number of plans just on the weekends. So we have been operating with a very limited budget, and one thing that we're doing is to enhance our programming, so that when you come out to the zoo, you get to do things like feed the elk or meet other ambassador animals like Cassie. So we're really just trying to keep it interesting. On the 20th, we have Christine, the History Queen, will be presenting on her book and doing some storytime reading. And Jim Coe, the crafty fellow, will be doing wood burning. So if kids would like to come out and make their own ornaments, we can do that as well. So we want to enhance all these experiences every time.
And of course, if somebody wants a schedule, they can visit your website. I'm sure you have a calendar of some sort.
Well, you follow our website for updates, and we also have Facebook, which is a really great way to follow what is coming up.
Right, so I'm going to ask one more time. I'm going to try and see if I can squeeze it out of you. You confirmed it's a bird. The second new member of the zoo.
The farthest I can go is that you're getting warm.
I'm getting warm. All right.
Very warm.
It's carnivorous, and it's a bird.
I didn't say carnivorous, but you might be right.
All right. Well, I think that's all the time we're going to have tonight. But thank you so much for joining me. And thank you, Cassie, as well, for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, I'm Chad Shore at the Digital News Desk. You guys have a great night.